name is Andrea Iñiguez, and I am the president of the Student Alumni Association. I wanted to briefly introduce our org. The Student Alumni Association, it is an award-winning student organization which prides itself on foregoing connections between students and alumni. Due to the unprecedented times, we have converted our networking events into an online format. I strongly urge you all to take advantage of the connections you will be able to make through the Student Alumni Association. And I encourage you all to also please follow all of our socials. We have Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And I hope to see you guys all in our future events.
Today's 9 AM with Alumni features political science, an important field in this day and age. Today, you will be hearing from a diverse panel of alumni in this field, and we'll be able to ask them questions. Before we get started with the panel, I'd like to introduce Assistant Vice Chancellor Elizabeth Romero, who will be providing some opening remarks. Assistant Vice Chancellor Romero has spent much of her career educating her community on women's rights prior to becoming Assistant Vice Chancellor of Governmental and Community Relations. And as we are so excited to have her here for tonight's event.
Well, hi, everyone. First of all, thank you so much for joining us. It's truly an honor to be here tonight. So it's really nice to be able to share a little bit of insight into my journey, but also the importance of policymaking, voting, and civic engagement. So I'm here tonight as really a testament of the dedication of generations of people that have worked to ensure that many of us have the ability to civically engage. And we recently celebrated the 100th year anniversary of the passage of the 19th Amendment, which allowed women the opportunity to vote, not all women. And so we hear much about Susan B. Anthony, who authored the Women's Suffrage Amendment that was introduced into Congress in 1878. Many women of color who helped secure that victory were still prohibited from voting. In fact, after its ratification, they were undeterred in their efforts, and they continued without fanfare to rally, to organize, to testify, to march, and to fight for the right to vote. And these women and generations of women and activists before them really have given us the opportunity to engage in a democratic society. And so I take that and value that very much. They paved the way for the trailblazing leadership of many of the leaders that we revere, including my own.
For that question. As you pointed out, I did all of those pretty much starting sophomore year when I met with Professor Loveridge. I'm sure you all know him. Huge mentor of mine, someone who never let me sit on my laurels. He's like, you know, you did that fellowship. Okay, it's time to do something else. It's time to learn something new. And he's been the one really pushed me to do all that. How did that help me? I mean, part of it really was building that network. I did the UCDC program with Congressman Mark Takano, made some incredible friends in that office, and people that I rely on today, just to get the tea on what's happening in DC, but also you know, to really rely on as professionals and friends.
Something that I usually say that takes people kind of like aback is the fact that I graduated from undergrad in 2 years, and I did it debt-free. I did this by taking community college courses while in high school, and juggling a lot during my 2 years. So after I tell people this, they'll look at my resume again and they'll say, "How did you fill out this paper in 2 years?" And you know, with commuting, and I was a work study student, I did internships every quarter, and I had my extracurriculars. Juggling all that, I think, attests to what oftentimes employers are looking for, which is the ability to have a task and fulfill it. and fulfill it efficiently and effectively with like time and money in mind. I try to display my attributes through my actions as opposed to my words. And I think that if we all have accomplishments like that make us unique. And if you are able to show characteristics through those actions as opposed to through just words, it kind of makes you stand out for amazing opportunities like this.
So thank you all so much. It's a pleasure to have this opportunity to speak with you all today. I realized that there was going to be a lot of hurdles for us, and I wanted to be as actively as involved as I could in ensuring that my younger sibling and the younger and future generations did not have it as hard as I did. And so that has always been sort of my drive and my motivation and my passion, just because I didn't want that to be the case, right? And so I started getting involved in an organization called CHIRLA, the Coalition for Immigrant Rights of Los Angeles. They used to be only statewide, and now in the last couple of years, they became a national organization fighting for immigrant rights and advocating for immigrant rights issues. And through that work is how I really started to get in depth of both political experiences and campaigns, but also policy and advocacy, both at the statewide, national, and local level. And from that opportunity, after that, I was a volunteer, an active volunteer on various campaigns. I was one of the first interns that the congressman of our area, Congressman Mark Takano, had when he ran in 2010. And that opportunity really opened up even, beyond now, when I was in, it opened up a lot of more opportunities to support other candidates on my own personal time. And that led to job opportunities. I was as a phone banker, as a canvasser, the traditional campaign electoral work. That really, for me, drove me to realize that this was my passion.
Your experiences and degree in political science help you find opportunities in the governor's office. And how competitive was it?
Yeah, so thank you for that. And I would say that to explain a little bit about the governor's office here, there's the governor's office. He has his cabinet, his main advisors, planning and research, which does long-range planning and policy for the state of California. Then there's the Office of Business and Economic Development, which does a lot of the direct consultation with companies, managing, helping companies navigate the space, developing a lot of the guidance that is in the learned world you are seeing right now. So, theme parks, outdoor museums, restaurants, everything. We've been working on that type of stuff. So just to understand the kind of the differences in the two, I would say that it is competitive, but one of the interesting things is business and economic development. We have a lot of civil servants, and by law, those are all posted online for anyone to apply for. All positions are within our offices, so they're posted on a website called calcareers.ca.gov, including some SSA positions we have where all you need to really have is a college degree. And so there are plenty of opportunities that we are filtering and posting online.
My passion for public service before anything else, my passion to serve the state. I came as an immigrant, didn't know a lot about this country. I came in 2013, didn't know that I was going to stay actually here, and found myself attending college a couple of months after my last year of high school, and it's my experience at UCR that got me to do what I'm doing today, whether it is from the skills that I've attained during my time serving as an intern for various offices, my continuous questions that I would be asking for my professors, mentors, seeking to reach out to people and learn from them, and also from all the experiences that I have gained from my research projects and research paper that I wrote and had published before I graduate. All these things, or the analytical skills that I have acquired, helped me to come to be where I am today.